President Biden had a teleconference with Boris Johnson and the Prime Minister of Australia, Scott Morrison. I know his name because I'm reading it. Biden does not seem to know his name. As he's cutting off this call with the Australian PM, as well as Boris Johnson, he tries to kind of jiu-jitsu his way out of saying his name, and it's very inartful.
Thank you, Boris, and I want to thank that fellow down under. Thank you very much, pal. Appreciate it, Mr. Prime Minister. I'm honored today to be joined by...
That was very artful, I thought. That was great.
That fella down under?
Let's do it one more time. That is
He should have called him mate. He should have said mate.
He should have put on an accent.
Thank you, Boris, and I want to thank that fellow down under. Thank you very much, pal. Appreciate it, Mr. Prime Minister. I
love that, because this is a part of this conference, I believe, is about the fact that we are expanding our reach in nuclear capabilities. We are providing
giving away some subs.
Yeah, giving away some nuclear powered subs, and the emphasis is it's not subs that have the capacity to hold nuclear weapons, but subs with nuclear power, powered by nuclear energy. And it's really just a way for Biden to pivot to China. Now that he's gotten us out of Afghanistan, he's got to get us involved in some sort of other Cold War conflict, because, you know, the Pentagon can't sit idly by twiddling their thumbs. And in the midst of this big pivot to China press conference, in which we're trying to arm and shore up our white colonial trifecta with the UK and Australia by giving
the
Australia...
Anglosphere.
That is not a club you want to be in.
Yeah, he forgets the Prime Minister's name.
Yeah, I mean, that is like the concern here is the Anglosphere orienting its pointy objects towards China. Biden kind of defangs that concern a little bit when he can't remember the guy's name.
It must not be that important. It may not be that big of a priority.
Maybe the Pentagon's planning for the next president to be the one that takes this.
Listen, he called the guy Prime Minister, whereas he just referred to Boris as Boris. I mean, the respect was on the Australian Prime Minister's name, if you ask me.
Good point.
Think given, the way Boris Johnson looks, it's really hard not to just call him Boris, because he kind of looks like he has that look about him of like a Guy Ritchie villain, right?
Boris,
that Jason Statham has to like axe kick it to death or something.
He's got a case that he shouldn't have, and Statham needs to go retrieve it from him.
He's friends with Biff in Back to the Future. Biff and Boris, it's the spinoff.
Can we get the clip one more time?
Yes. Third time's the charm. Maybe he'll remember this time around.
Look, this stuff
he could have been stuttering over the guy's name, trying to remember it, recall it, but no, he just knew right away.
Oh my God, you're standing for Joe.
And he played it off.
I mean, he played it off, but I don't know how well he did.
Thank you, Boris, and I want to thank that fellow down under. Thank you very much, pal. Appreciate it, Mr. Prime Minister.
I don't think people pick it up, because I also didn't know or really care what the Prime Minister of Australia's name was. And even after hearing it, it still sounds kind of fake, like Scott Morrison. It sounds like, it sounds
Whose
like
name's Scott?
Scott Morrison? I can't say. It's hard to say in an Australian accent.
Listen, they've been locked down in Australia for so long. I doubt any of them even remember their names. All right, so it's fine. Pass on Joe Biden.
Cracky, I love that guy down under.
What a shill you are, Bender. Defending Biden.
I love this from Biden. Really, this is like...
Listen, I gotta say, I've been, he's made, he's not perfect, but I gotta say, he's, especially with the way he held strong and steadfast on his Afghanistan withdrawal, I've been impressed. There's areas to critique him on, but all around it's been better than worse, to be quite frank.
From a purely aesthetic standpoint, if you have to disregard any prime minister in the world, it's hard to pick a better one than the Australian prime minister. It's just... So just a complete lack of respect for our friends down under is what I'm seeing from Biden. Just like when he ignored the prime minister from UK's calls when he was pulling after Afghanistan. So, honestly, I can't say, he's not being the diplomat I want him to be. He's just not, anything else I need.
That's the thing, is like, just speaking purely on a comedic, from a comedic standpoint. We did lose some, like, Trump was a funny president to watch in cases. We didn't lose so much, though. Biden is funny in kind of the same way, and he just doesn't have Stephen Miller working for him.
Yeah.
Right. That's a great point. We could still get the same unintentional hilarity just without all the
like a
the
geriatric head of state.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that Bender loves that with Pelosi.
I do. I don't ironically like Pelosi. I really do.
Again, from a purely aesthetic standpoint, I think that there's nothing more appropriate for a crumbling late stage capitalist state than just like our doddering gerontocracy. So, it
is artful. Yes.
I think that if nothing else, Obama was better than America deserved as its sort of front man. It was better than America deserved for that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, remember when Trump, the most famous of when Trump couldn't remember someone's name, and it was Tim Cook, and he called him Tim Apple. Like, I'm imagining, I guess the only thing that would have been better if like Biden was like thank you, Johnny Australia or something like that. That would have been good, I guess.
Yeah. Even during the debates, I only remember Biden ever saying like two names, and maybe three: Putin, Bernie, and then oh my gosh, now I'm forgetting the third name. It's infectious, but no, and also G, and everyone else, even the people on stage with him, would be my friend, or
yeah, right.
And he would even forget like what their qualifications were sometimes, and so that's just Bidenism. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I mean, it's what it is, I guess.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.